Hey guys, it's your own boy, the one only Great Dane, back with a new season of Squad Busters. Again, I couldn't tell you what number we're on, but I'm sure it'll be in the title once I finally upload this. Again, the reason I don't know is because I'm still so behind on the uploads. But anyway, we got about a week left in this Sonic events. Again, I think it brings up a pretty great question where, if you guys aren't aware, you get Sonic and upgrade Sonic by getting coins, which can get you Sonic hero points, which again, he has his own specific hero points for some reason. And if you play enough, you can just max them out, but you also get, again, I can't really show you here, but again, I think they talked about in the squad talk, you get 750 coins for each present, which is again 22,050 coins, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so, or 2,250, I knew I was saying that wrong. So you can get a very significant portion of coins each day, so, yeah, and someone already made a video on this and I was watching it. You only need to get about like 500-ish coins a day or something if you get the maximum daily amount. Again, I've been playing pretty passively, and you'll notice, again, there's still a week left, and that's all I have left to do. I also plan on playing more, not only because I have the pass here, which again, let's get into that. As you can see, gym pass is over. The real question is there anything actually significant, like, again, or exclusive in this path that's worth getting? Again, the hero points, obviously going to give you that helpful boost of progression. But again, a lot of people aren't going to pay $10 for that. And again, it's only 30 tiers. It's so short. Again, it's so short. I can literally complete this entire pass just by playing in one day. It'd probably still take me, again, if I remember correctly, a few hours. And I can still just complete the whole thing in one day. And again, there's nothing exclusive on here. You're purely just getting more progression for paying the money. And again, I already bought my passes on the Supercell store, so of course I'm going to activate it. There's literally no reason for me not to. Again, the really interesting question here is, would you spend your super right away? And again, I highly suggest that you guys don't, because the new star system, I don't really know how you'd explain it exactly, the star chest system, they nerf the amount of characters you need, but it's also annoying to have to get the characters out of chests, or star chests that is, because if you get the rarity of the character you need out of a game where, again, if you still track your chest cycle, again, I haven't in a long time, but you still can using certain websites. I'm trying to remember what the squad API that I used before was. I think, again, I left it down in the comments when that was a bigger deal to making progression in the game because of multipliers. Multipliers now are, again, it's not like they're not useful, but they are less useful, I would say. And you obviously should use them when there's a new character and you don't have it yet, just to make that progression faster. And again, you can certainly maximize the use of those multipliers by only using them when you get the chest ready, the character that you need. Otherwise, you're just getting more star points for the star chest. But again, I highly suggest you hold on to your first evolution of any rarity for if a new character is coming out soon. Again, I wouldn't be surprised though if this entire month we don't get a new character, because we're not, again, it's hard for me to tell exactly when, but we should be getting another event after this Sonic event, getting the new Spike hero in the game, which I imagine will take regular hero points to upgrade. So again, that's just something to be aware of. I should also mention, and again, I literally just bought it yesterday, maybe I should have waited, but I forgot that the new season was this close, is that for the first time ever, we got the ability to buy hero points with coins, and I had two offers. I forget exactly how much I had to spend. It's probably towards 100,000 coins, but I got about, I believe it was 1,200 hero points. There's about 200. There's 3 abilities to purchase each offer, so that was 200 times 6. Yeah, so about 1,200 coins. And again, I should mention that there were other things in the offer, like trying to remember exactly what it was. It was hero points, chest quadruplers. It wasn't style tickets. I think it was just coins, honestly. But that one makes sense, because why'd you buy coins with coins? I'm trying to remember what the other thing it came with was. It came with something else. It might have actually been style tickets. Well, anyway, there's a post for it. Again, I believe it's on Stormy's channel about it. If you go look on YouTube under his posts, you can see it. But again, the main point is that they're actually allowing people to buy these hero points for coins. And again, it wasn't just being able to buy the hero points with coins. The main thing I saw was you were able to get those 2 separate offers that you could buy 3 times with hero points if you had 2 skins in the game, being that which skin, let me see if I can pull it up. It's actually the one it's showing, the Magic Force Witch skin, and I believe it's called Spooky Pup. Yeah, there it is, for Hog Rider. And if you had both those skins, you would get the coin offers with the ability to buy hero points instead, which again, I'm glad they're finally selling them for coins. But at the same time, like someone I know who doesn't buy the, they call it the Super Pass here, didn't have the Spooky Pup Hog Rider skin because they don't spend money on the game. So unfortunately, again, I believe that the Magic Force Witch skin, because it came out through the Hatchling Herder event, or at least you could get it from that if I remember correctly. It was either that or you could just buy it with style tickets. Either way, they got it because they were able to get it for free somehow, so they were able to get at least one of the offers for the hero points, which again netted them a free, well, I shouldn't say free, but they were able to spend coins which they got by playing for free to get 600 additional hero points. But again, obviously that one was locked behind a paywall back when they actually used to have exclusive things in the past. And again, guys, they were so close, right? They were so close to having the gem passes with actually exclusive names at the top. They went straight back to naming it after the months. Again, guys, we're on the July gym pass. So again, hopefully we can, again, I'm hoping it's just for this month again, right? They seem to be hit by like a lag every time they even try to put something new into the game. And again, I am enjoying this Sonic event, but it feels so much like the Transformers Optimus Prime thing that we had before, where again, Eggman just feels like Optimus Prime, or the Unicron during that event, right? I believe it was called Unicron Attacks, because he has that stage where he's invincible and then he has a robot form, and it almost just feels like they reskinned it back from that event. Honestly, it's not exactly the same. He does have at least one different attack, because Unicron summoned meteors or something, and then he did like a spin attack, if I remember correctly. Dr. Eggman has a jump, and then he shoots very slow knockback rockets or something. So again, they are slightly different, but I really hate the invincible form that they have, mostly because it has knockback. Like, it'd be fine if it dropped enemies, which again they both did, and then it floated around the map, but why does it have to actually get in your squad's way and knock you back? It's so frustrating, because if you're running away from an enemy squad behind you and it just randomly gets in your way, which again, something I should say is, again, how do I... So, the Fireball is a spell that used to be overpowered and everyone used it. Some people still do, but they nerfed the speed and damage on it, so it's harder to hit or easier to dodge, either way you say it. But then somehow, literally right after the update that they fixed the Fireball being broken, they introduced the tank spell. I mean, it's been in the game for a long time, same time as the Fireball. But out of nowhere, it just became very powerful because when you summon the tank, it joined your squad now instead of just, you know, shooting for a few seconds and disappearing. And now that we had Mortis in the game, you could infinitely heal the thing, so it's an additional very overpowered squaddy. Again, I'd say that was in the game for like 4-ish days. Again, Supercell never seems to let broken things last in the game for more than 4 days. 3-4 days tops. They fixed it, quote unquote. Again, it still joins the squad for some reason. That's just a change they wanted to make, I guess, and somehow didn't see that coming. But again, it's still quite powerful. Most people are still using it. But again, you'll probably be questioning if Fireball and Tank are the best spells in the game. Why on earth am I using Chickens and Leon Invisibility? So I found it much easier to get consistent placement. Again, not first place wins, mind you, but better placement, which is arguably more important than making first and getting wrecked every other game. Because again, sometimes the fights in this game feel a bit ridiculous because, again, with the way the squads are, the maps feel smaller too. But even if you win a fight against someone who's got a very powerful squad, you're very likely to lose a significant amount of squaddies, and then someone else just jumps on you anyway if you're low on health or something like that. So I'd argue it's easier now, or better, with farm comps, especially since they buffed both Mavis and Greg's farming speed, I'll say. I don't know how to describe that. And now that we have the new Sonic hero in the game, it was honestly my favorite hero, solely because all the other heroes just feel so slow, which is the reason again, he's already really fast, but if you use him with the chickens, he's even faster, and his supersonic ability makes him even faster, and then I pair him with a bunch of speedsters, I'll say. If Hog Rider, I use Max at the start. No, actually, wait, hang on, this isn't even the lineup. Why is it showing me that? Is that the lineup? I guess I keep forgetting that there aren't really that many significant common speedsters, because again, you could argue Chicken, but the issue is that Chicken's turbo boots, they get used up is the issue, so it can help in the short term, but in the long term not so much. And again, Chicken doesn't spawn the hatchlings like it used to, because now we have the speed spell for that. So I guess I'm really only using Leon and Hog Rider, and I feel like you have to use the medic, just for healing in general, but also because he keeps the chickens from the chicken spell alive, so you get infinite additional speed as long as no one attacks you, essentially. And then the invisibility is something I started using recently because I find it's actually a lot more powerful than most people think. And again, when I first encountered it in game, I literally thought my game was glitching, and this is back when I was using that tank. They're calling it a bug, but just when the tank spell is really overpowered, if I went on the squad to kill it, someone would use Leon Invisibility. I thought my game was lagging because they literally just disappear off my screen in front of me. It's very frustrating to try to fight someone with Leon Invisibility. And I've only ever died to someone while using Leon Invincibility once, but I wasn't playing Sonic, and that was the issue. I was playing Royal King, and he's one of the slower units because he has his little like knights that are supposed to surround him, but I didn't have that much squaddies at the time. The other guy just had a million squad units already somehow at the start of the match. Again, I assume he busted a bunch of lower tier troops, and he was using the tank spell, so obviously he had like a very high damage comp, and I was using the most passive farming comp possible. I was able to go invisible, but I wasn't able to get far away enough, and I definitely didn't have the speed, so that's why I mainly play Sonic unless I have the quest, which again I can show you guys here. Again, you can see pick up 300 gems using Royal King, so I'll have to play him again, which is also why I try to upgrade each of my heroes evenly. But for most people, that's honestly a pretty terrible idea because you want one maxed out hero. But again, if you play the Sonic event, you're gonna have one maxed out hero anyway, and I prefer to play Sonic. So again, I'm mostly just upgrading the heroes evenly so I can get these quests in easier without having to reroll. Again, I would highly suggest you always reroll when you have a 60 hero point quest, because I've been doing that and my coin amount has still been going up. It was at 200,000 ish. Again, I did buy those offers, that's the only reason it went down. But again, those were good offers because you never really get the chance to buy hero points otherwise. I should also mention, again, you guys can probably tell the actual weekly quests were changed as well, where they used to be 6 a day, now it's 9, which it gives you the ability to get more hero points, but it also means you have to complete more quests to get whatever that reward for the day is, so it's kind of a plus and minus thing. If you play more, it's more worth it, but if you don't like playing the game, I guess I'll say, but then why do you care at all? It's a little harder to complete that. Again, besides those smaller changes, there's really not too much to talk about with this new season. Again, the big thing is just this Sonic event we have going on, and tomorrow they're going to have a ring collecting, well, not tomorrow, 2 days from now they're going to have a ring collecting event starting at like 7 a.m. in the morning or something. I haven't actually seen, I think it goes for a week, I want to say, or maybe it might not be that long at all, honestly. I'm trying to think. So it starts on the 3rd and I believe it ends on the 8th, so it might be like 6-ish days. Yeah, it's like roughly like a little less than a week of collecting coins. And again, the main question is, they've also had a Dr.Robotnik event in the game where you could collect coins specifically, or I should say rings. You could collect rings specifically from that to upgrade your Sonic if you've fallen behind for some reason, but it's only available on the weekends. Again, the main question is if they're really going to have an event like this, and as top 100 players on the leaderboard get physical merchandise or something. And again, I that's the other thing I want to show you guys. Things up here. Oh well, I guess I can't really show you guys because Squad League just reset. In fact, that's interesting. So it's actually been the first time in a while that we've done the reset in the shop. I don't believe I've gotten any additional style tickets because I was just messaging that same person who doesn't buy stuff in the game yesterday, and I told him I had 24,065 style tickets. Again, despite being, I was going to show you guys I was top 800 locally. I'm top 104 now, but again, the only reason for that is because I'm logging in so early in the day. As more people log in, you'll see that I get pushed further and further behind in Squad League until the end of the day. Then I'll be able to get a feeling for where I actually am in the placement. Not that it really matters that much, but again, what is the deal with the fact that, did they forget about the Squad League reset style tickets, or did they not give them out this time because they have something else in mind, because they feel people have too many style tickets already? So again, that's something I definitely have to look into, but something to take note of as well. Again, I'm thinking they'll probably think people will forget about it, but again, I'm so used to collecting them during these videos too that it's pretty obvious to me. But again, I don't, besides those bugs, I'll say they're bugs. The fireball was just overpowered for too long. It wasn't really a bug. And then the tank bug was fixed. You have the Sonic event. I don't think there's too much else to talk about. Again, the pass is incredibly underwhelming. Again, obviously it helps for progression, but that's literally all there is to say about it. It doesn't do anything else. So again, if you guys are looking to get the maximum value out of your money, at least in this game, if you play this game, unless you really want to progress your heroes faster, I don't recommend buying this July Gem Pass. Again, back when we had these exclusive gold statues, and again, if they never release this ever again, these are actually kind of significant, I guess I'd say. But again, I miss like the exclusive Spooky Pup Hog Rider. Those were the things that made the new seasons exciting to me. But otherwise, all I have right now is just this Sonic event, which again is, I still haven't even finished it. I guess I can show you guys how far I've gotten on his hero trek. Just about on the last page, but I also still have to get the heroes, which are kind of expensive in terms of Sonic hero points. But yeah, again, I don't think there's too much else to say about it. So again, let me know if you guys are enjoying the Sonic event. Let me know what you think about the change to quests. Let me know what you think about there being offers to buy hero points in the shop for coins finally, and how you feel. Again, I should also say that you can buy hero points for money in the shop. That kind of worries me a little bit, right? Because again, it just gives players who spend money a very significant advantage. Again, 1,000 hero points for $5, and these offers come in much more frequently than offers that you can buy them for coins, considering it took this long just to get an offer for coins. Again, let me know what your favorite hero in the game is right now. I should also say, again, Mortis used to be my favorite because he was the fastest, but then his speed got nerfed because they added Sonic and they wanted him to be the fastest. Then Royal King got nerfed a little bit, Barbarian King got buffed a bit. He's actually really significant now, I'd say, in the meta. Archer Queen's kind of remained invisible, I feel like, in terms of replacement, but she's still pretty mid character, I guess I'd say. She's the range character option, essentially, always has been, but I don't really feel there's too much to say about her right now. Let me just know what your guys' favorite squad is going to be. And I didn't even know you could look at this ahead of time, but again, Spike is coming to the game quite soon. He's got some neat stuff here. My main worry with Spike is that, again, with the way I see it, you're either building a very high damage dealing squads, or you're again playing Sonic like me and just running away from it so you can steal all the gems and never die because you have invisibility, essentially. My worry is that if Spike's a healing character, what's his damage gonna be like, right? Because if he's so busy healing but never dealing enough damage, you might, and if he heals too well, you'll just end up getting stuck fighting a squad indefinitely, which definitely isn't optimal. So it's very strange. Again, we're gonna have to see him in game before we can really make a determination on that, if he's gonna be strong or not. Again, it looks like he's gonna be strong on release, but it's just too soon to tell, honestly. But it looks like a cool character. It's a pretty iconic one from Brawl Stars, definitely, which I'd say would make most people probably want to play him anyway. You know, he's just goofy cactus man. But yeah, again, let me know if you guys are gonna also participate in the ring collection event for the say 6-ish days, and if you're gonna try and get that exclusive merch. Again, I'm still not exactly sure 100% what it is, but I think I'll at least give it a shot if it's top 100 people. Again, if I can make top 800 in the US while hardly even playing the game that much, I think there's a decent chance I could make it. But I'll also say, again, I reached basement 4 in the treasure room. In terms of progress so far, again, I really only play about like 10 matches a day at most. Again, I really don't play that much, is why I say it's surprising that I'm top 800 in the US, or at least I was until right now. But again, I do think that's everything I can think to talk about. Again, I try to cover everything, but again, all I can really say is I look forward to the Spike hero, and Sonic's the best right now for placement, in my opinion, if you play a farming squad. And I guess I'll just describe why I have each of the characters. Mavis and Greg is obvious for farming. Bo, because Sonic's damage is pretty terrible, but again, if you can kill the monsters, boss monsters like the forest mode with the trees. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I mean, I have the list of the modes, I think, in the book. Battle modes. Tree giants. So if you get any of the modes with the bosses, again, with Squad Busters 2.0, a lot of the bosses are just so much easier to kill now, even early in the game, that I find that having bow is actually quite useful because Sonic's damage output is significantly lower. I even have him maxed out to deal as much damage as possible with speed squads or speed squaddies. Again, I don't know, it's just weird to say the term squaddies, I guess. But I only have like 3 speedster squaddies in my composition here anyway. So luckily the Supersonic seems to apply to all the characters, and I swear in the squad talk they said that both Knuckles and Tails were speedster characters. That's not actually true, and it's pretty obvious if you look in the actual character collection, I'll say here. I think they'll be towards the ends. Very obviously Tails is a summoner because he summons this robot thing to ride around, and just like Tank essentially. And then Knuckles, surprise, is a fighter character. But again, I don't know what they're talking about during the squad talk. Maybe they're just trying to make it sound like they're more synergistic because they came from the same series. But again, I don't even really see that playing Knuckles or Tails is that great. I mean, I don't think Tails is as strong as Tank is for Summoner class, but I think he'd be decent with Mortis. You could probably send him out when he's in your squads. Again, that whole thing where you kind of just throw units at other squads and then run away. Or again, you play him like an assassin, like in Brawl Stars. And then Knuckles would probably be good with Barbarian King, maybe. But that's really all I can think of. I don't really think they go that great with Sonic, but... Again, so Bow is actually, I think, pretty useful because of the low damage input of Sonic. We have Penny because, again, they actually did, if you don't know, they changed it so that every time you get one of her loot spots, it guaranteed drops a key. So if you get Penny 3 times, you essentially get another free character completely maxed out in game. It's very useful, and that's not even to mention that you're getting coins and gems on top of that. So I think it's incredibly useful, actually. Wizard just decreases the amount of time it takes to use the invisibility spell, which if you're being chased by a more consistent aggressive player is quite useful. Again, if you go invisible enough times, they're going to give up. That's the thing, especially when you're so fast. Hog Rider, again, just makes you faster so they can't catch you. Battle Healer has also been pointed out to me when I was talking to that person that I keep mentioning. Again, we talk quite a bit about the game. Battle Healer doesn't heal, I don't think, like it used to in Squad 1.0. It's the same thing with the heavy character that adds more damage or adds more health to the hotshot characters, the green circles over the health essentially. Is that if you put Battle Healer in your squad immediately, say at the start of the game, the overhealing ability doesn't do anything. It only adds health to squad characters already in your squad, which again I started to notice, but it took me a while, and I find it quite frustrating because again it makes you really have to pay attention. You could say it's just part of the strategy, I guess, now, but Battle Healer is always going to be the last character you want to add into your squad. And I'll say I haven't really been using my rerolls efficiently, so hopefully you guys remember those are still in the game. I have to try to remember that I gotta get Greg and Mavis first, because again the coins you get from that are very significant for getting a maxed out squad towards the end of the game and having less of a chance of getting busted. But also just, again, being able to defeat monsters easier and everything else that comes along with having a bigger squad. I also gotta keep trying to remind myself that I need to get the Battle Healer last, otherwise it's just not as useful because I'm missing out on extra health I could have on all my characters or squaddies. And then B obviously just makes your squad look more intimidating if a squad has to run into you while also taking some damage. And it's just, it just makes you look a lot more threatening, I'd say, having the bee in your squad. And then Leon is, again, additional speed when you use a spell. Could be helpful, I guess. No other unit I could think of using is Optimus Prime, because you heal when you take damage, but he's more of a fighting character, I would say, anyway. I wouldn't probably be getting the full use out of him if I was using him. It's hard to say, but that's the only other character I could think besides Leon. But Leon's a lot better with Mortis anyway. So that's the current meta I'll say I'm running with Sonic, and how I'm making the most progression. Again, it's not the best, again, especially if you're looking to make first place in your matches, but I'd say this comp helps you make very consistent placement at the very least. I don't know if it'll be the best for the ring collection event. I mean, it might be, because you can get around the map faster, and in the Green Hill Zone, the new map they added, you can get around faster and look for those TVs that spawn coins. I don't know, they're like those older TVs, I guess they're supposed to represent that you played Sonic on. I'm not really sure what they represent in terms of actual Sonic, but I think it's just supposed to be the fact that you played Sonic on like an older, thick, I'll say, television. But yeah, that definitely is the most I can say for the game right now, but yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for the future Squad Busters as well. And let's see how far I can take this, guys.